Hello, my name is Arda Nural. Today we will discuss about what are the core principles of critical regionalism as described by Frampton. Let's begin. Kenneth Frampton's first 6 chapters of his book Critical Regionalism represent a significant turning point in the world of architecture. Taking a strong stance against the homogenizing effects of global modernism, in these chapters, Frampton emphasized that architectural design is not merely a matter of visual aesthetics, but also that local context, cultural heritage, and sensory experience are crucial elements. Critical regionalism is an approach that aims to preserve local identities and cultural diversity against the universalizing pressure of global modernism. This approach advocates that architectural projects should consider the characteristic of their geographical location, climate, and culture, and that local materials and techniques should be used. According to Frampton, buildings are not just functional structures, but also spaces that reflect the spirit of their location and offer users a sensory experience. Therefore, architects should not only focus on visual aesthetics, but also pay attention to the texture, weight, and temperature of materials. Critical regionalism, which emphasizes the role of senses in experiencing space, enables the user to feel and understand this space. Furthermore, Frampton argues that local architectural traditions and cultural heritage should not be rejected, but rather a dialogue should be established with them. He states that the forms and techniques of the past can be reinterpreted and used in a modern context. This ensures that architecture bridges not only the past but also the future. The critical use of technology is also an important principle of critical regionalism. Frampton states that technology should be used in a way that appropriate to local needs and conditions, sustainable and contextually sensitive. He emphasized that the uncontrolled use of technology can destroy local values in architecture. In conclusion, Frampton's critical regionalism is a comprehensive approach that advocates the preservation of local identities and cultural differences in architecture, sensitivity to context, sensory experience, and the critical use of technology. This approach aims to transform architecture from being just a functional structure into a cultural expression and a sensory experience space. That was all for question. Thank you for listening.
Hello, I am Samet. Today I am going to talk about how does Fadi's work reflect a balance between tradition and modernity. Let's begin. Hasan Fadi's book Architecture for the Poor is a significant work that demonstrates how to establish a balance between tradition and modernity in the world of architecture, while designing sustainable and cost-effective housing, particularly for impoverished communities in Egypt. Fadi skillfully combined traditional architectural values with modern needs by using local materials and traditional construction techniques. He aimed for both environmental and economic sustainability. Natural materials such as mud, stone, and wood enabled him to build structures in harmony with nature and created a sense of social belonging by working with the materials familiar to the local people. Fadi's projects established a deep connection with local cultural and social values by integrating traditional architectural elements with the modern design principles. He created structures sensitive to the needs of the community. For example, country yard house layouts provide both climate suitability and enhanced social interaction. Fadi combined aesthetic concepts with functionality, designing visually impressive and practical structures. By blending the aesthetic elements of traditional architecture with the needs of the modern age, he created spaces that reflect the spirit of the community. Fadi's work emphasized the importance of sustainable architecture. By meeting modern needs with the traditional methods and materials, he built structures in harmony with the nature. Additionally, He involved the community in the architectural process, considering the needs and desire of the local people. This approach allows strengthens social bonds. In conclusion, Fadi's work demonstrates that architecture is not just a building design process, but also a form of social responsibility and cultural expression. That was all for this question. Thank you for listening to me and have a good day.
In contemporary architecture, a complex dynamic exists where both regional and universal approaches intertwine. Universal approaches are evident through the widespread use of global technologies and materials. Materials like steel, glass, and concrete create a common language worldwide, while technologies such as CAD and 3D printing pave the way for innovative designs that transcend borders. International styles and trends from minimalist design to sustainable architecture acquire a universal character with similar applications across different geographies. Regional approaches, on the other hand, emerge through the reinterpretation of local materials and techniques. Local materials such as adobe, wood, or stone are used in modern designs, creating a regional identity. Climate and geography sensitivity ensure that buildings are shaped according to the conditions of their location. Solutions like shading systems or natural ventilation in hot climates respond to regional needs. Cultural heritage and identity are revealed through the integration of local traditions into modern designs. Traditional forms and symbols are used in modern buildings, establishing a cultural connection. The key in contemporary architecture is to strike a balance between these two approaches. Architects must be sensitive to local values while following global trends. A successful synthesis yields structures that are both modern and original, both functional and aesthetic. The concepts of sustainability plays an unifying role in both universal and regional approaches. The use of local resource and energy efficiency are common goals for both approaches. In conclusion, contemporary architecture emerges as a rich and diverse field where global and local elements are harmoniously blended.